AJ Simmons checking in. Got a live going live today. I ain't been live in a long time. I figured I'd hop up here and chill with y'all for a little bit while I'm wrapping up at the office for the day. See if anybody got any questions. I know a lot of y'all probably at work during this time. Try not to go live during the daytime like this so I can get a better turnout, but I felt the itch, so I said let me hop up over here. Ain't been live in a minute. See a few people joining me now. Just going live, y'all. If y'all got any questions, you know what I mean, hop up on here. Let me know what you got going on. Shout out to I want to try your name, Dunamis. Said peace, peace to you. Appreciate it. Miss Brenda said hello. How you doing, Miss Brenda? All right, just checking in. Shout out to Jesus Correo. No, forget it. All right. Or is it Jesus? Shout out Jesus. How about that? What's up, my guy? Hustle from home, dad. That's what's up. Did you start a YouTube channel? If so, that's what's up, man. I'm gonna have to go check you out. All right, but I ain't really talk about nothing yet. I'm gonna leave it up to y'all to give me something to talk about. Ask me some questions. I'm gonna go ahead and hop up on here. What else I got going on though while I'm here? Let me see if I got any announcements to make. Um, Calculated clean. If you haven't tried it already, looked into it already, check it out, right? Because I created it's actually a social network element added onto it now. And if you have the app, if y'all look at the app tutorials that's on YouTube right now, it's way different than what it was, like what it is now, right? So I got to get some updated tutorials on YouTube, but yeah, we took it to another level now. By the way, I just realized I'm covering up my mic. I should have turned this thing sideways, but that's all right. We got Miss Gloria says, as a sole proprietor, what's the best way to advertise my business and get my feet wet? Same way it would be if it was a LLC or anything else. Just to get out there, get you some flyers printed out. You can go to canva.com, make you some flyers, and then have them printed for you, mail it to you, and then they'll have some nice quality ones. But if you don't want to pay, you can simply use your regular old printer and print it yourself. And just get out there, go door to door, or pick up the phone, right? Google the type of business that you want to clean, and just pick up the phone, call them, and offer your service, right? So what do you say when you call them? You simply introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Gloria with XYZ Cleaning Service. Just calling to see, do you know who's using it in charge of hiring the cleaning company for you guys? Because the whole goal when you first go in that call is figure out who's in charge of hiring that cleaning company. Oh, they said cold calling advice. This is it right here. Uh, get on the phone with who's in charge of hiring that cleaning company. Once you got that decision maker, then your next goal is get an appointment with them to come through and do a walkthrough. So you can say, "Hi, what can I do to come in and provide you with a free quote for cleaning service?" I'm looking up at my AC because this AC in this office is loud as hell, and I know it's about to pop on any minute and it's going to annoy me. But anyway, but yeah, and that's it. So once you get that walkthrough scheduled, then you just go in there, try to close the deal, send them a proposal. Calculated Clean can help you with the proposal if you're not to put one together, and that's pretty much all it is to it. Shout out to Willard Professional Service checking in. CBN member Mr. Terrence said, "Hey, here for the information. Appreciate it." All right, what else we got? Dunham says, after buying the starter kit, what's a good budget to have to make at least $4,000 a month? Honestly, you really don't necessarily have to have like an ongoing running budget in the beginning. Like once you get the starter kit, especially if you get 10 leads with it, if you just, I mean, you close the deal out of that, then you probably gonna get at least one contract out of the 10, if not more. And then you just close the deal on that one and just keep getting out here doing the same thing I just said, cold calling over the phone or going door to door, marketing your services, and eventually, you know what I mean, it'll come in. Because you can get one contract for 4 grand, or you can get one contract for 400 and just go get 10 more. It depends, because that's one thing you can't really control is what the size of your contracts is going to be in the beginning. You just shooting and shooting and shooting, hoping you land something. And sometimes you land big, sometimes you land small, sometimes you land in the middle. Um, but that's it for real. It ain't really like an ongoing budget because I don't even recommend spending on ads in the beginning. Let's use some type of Facebook or Google ad professional. I don't even recommend that. If you do spend, I would spend on leads, like my lead generation service or Thumbtack or what's the other one? Usually I forget Thumbtack or Bark, those type of websites, and just buy those, right? What else we got? Uh, after okay, also says left you like left you a voicemail like 2 weeks ago. You might not have the right number. If you call in that CBN number, so we don't take calls on that number, but email me, aj@cleanbiznetwork.com. We can schedule a call. All right. Let's get the likes up. Appreciate that. Definitely get the likes up. I appreciate that. People don't. Anyway, I ain't gonna. Right. Uh, Raul says I'm having no luck with cold calls. I just went over that advice, so hopefully you helped that. Heard that. Jay Robinson says 19,500 square foot office at a warehouse. What do you think? Charge 5 times a week. I wish I could share my screen so I can show you calculated clean, because that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Save, highlight, share. Let's see. I can't, but I can do this though. Okay. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to calculated clean. This would have been much better if I could just share my screen, but I'm gonna see what we can do. All right, so I'm already logged in. I'm gonna go to the commercial calculator. And you said 5 days a week, right? So by the way, so this here is your preview right here, right? So when you first log in and calculate it clean, it's gonna be on that little our social network here. Let me go back to the home screen and give y'all a quick demo. Right? And so first log in, ignore that little black part. That's just because I'm the admin, right? But you're gonna see this, you see all these different questions and people interacting with each other, right? It's a real life social network. It ain't hosted on Facebook or nowhere else. All right, so now I'm gonna click on calculators. I'm gonna go down to the commercial calculator because this is a commercial bid. If it was something else, then I would click on the residential calculator if it was a house, or if it was like pressure washing, stripping, waxing, carpet cleaning, anything that's like a special job, you click on special bid. But anyway, all right, so he said it's a warehouse, right? Let's go down to his comments. I gotta pull the comments back up. Okay, there they go. 1,000 square foot. So I'm gonna assume that is all concrete or something like that. So 19,500 square feet goes there in the hard floor section. All right, now I'm gonna leave this production rate the same. That's up to you if you want to increase or decrease your production rate. Because what is the production rate? The production rate is the amount of square feet you can clean per hour, and it's all explained right there under it if you just read it. All right. So based on this amount of square feet and this production rate, the calculator feels like you can clean. One person can clean that facility in about 7.8 hours. All right. Now you got to add your tums in there. This is a big property. Do you know the tums, which is the toilet, urinals, mirrors, and sinks, Mr. J? If you do, go ahead and post those details. If not, I'll guess it, and I'm just gonna guess with a building that size is probably, let's just say, 40 of them. All right, we're gonna put 40 tums in there, and then so the total time to take to clean this facility, total man hours is 9.3 hours. All right, each time you go. Now, the next thing you want to do is, how much do you want to charge your customer? Well, if you don't know how much to charge, then good, because I put this part in here for you. If you don't know how much to charge, then just put up there how much you would pay somebody else to do it. Now, if you don't have employees, oh, he says only 24 tons, but so change that to 24. All right. Now, if you don't have employees, it doesn't matter. At some point, you would, right? So, or you might. So, what you would do is just guess. What is a fair wage that you would pay in your area? So let's just say, all right, well, I want to pay somebody $15 an hour. All right, but so now the calculator telling you to charge this based on you doing that. If you say no, I want to pay him 14, it's gonna adjust it, right? Oh shit, I done clicked the enter button. I'm not supposed to do that and fucked it up. All right, but anyway, let me go back now. I done messed up. All right, I'm gonna replug these numbers in. All right, I see more people joining. If you're on and you like what you hear, please hit that like button. Thank you very kindly. All right, here we go. 19.5. All right, we're gonna do 24 tons. We're gonna do. I'm gonna put it at $15 an hour. All right, and then we're gonna do, because again, that's how much you're paying your people. That's not how much you charge to the customer. That's how much you're paying your people, and so this is what we're charging to the customer because of that. Now you said 5 days a week. There go your 5 days a week, and this is what we charge to the customer every single month. You see that the calculator just spit it out for you. Now you're like, okay, well, how do I know that I can trust that number? The calculator be low sometime or it be wrong sometime. Let me tell you something. It's a calculator. It can't be wrong. It only spits out what you input, okay? So if you want to check, then we got this down here now, the bid analysis. So it says estimated expenses as far as like your workers, your payroll tax and all of that. This is how much you can expect to pay each month in overhead. Then this right here, this estimated monthly net profit, out of that 5,900 or whatever you charge, this is what you're gonna make. This little 2,700 right here. That's if you got employees. Now, if you cleaning it all yourself, then you gonna take on all of it, right? Because there ain't gonna be no overhead other than what a little bit of supplies in there. And when I say supplies, I'm talking about like your spray, your refill spray, washing your cloths, and that's about it. A neutral cleaner, but usually your neutral cleaner that you put inside your spray bottle is gonna be the same one that you put inside your mop water, depending on what type of floors they got and all of that. But anyway, so you're looking at a 46% profit margin, right? Right here. Now, if you don't like 46%, you say, no, that's too high, that's too low for me, then just raise your hourly rate, okay? So go up and to change that to 16 per, my bad, not that one. You can change this one, because this is the key to it. I mean, that'll change that anyway, but you're really looking at this. What is you charging to the customer? So you say, okay, bam, I'm gonna charge them $35 an hour. Well, now you come down here, now you're making a 51% profit on it. Now you say, well, actually, I feel like that's gonna be too high and I can't get the bid. I ain't gonna be able to win the bid. Okay, well, bam, lower it. All right. So just lower it. All right. So then you turn around and say, all right, I'm gonna go $25 an hour. Now you come down, your profit margin is 31%. And you say, okay, well, that's good enough for me. It ain't high as I wanted, but it's good enough, and I feel like I'll win the bid with that. So you go in with that. But that's all it is to it, all right? So now you got a free tutorial, Calculated Clean. You can get a free trial at calculatedclean.net. It's only $29 a month for our basic plan. Thank you very much. All right, what else we got? All right, David says, I've been watching you. Actually, flip it back around. David said, I've been watching you since about 2014. Since that time, has made you so consistent in your success? That's a good question. What really did it was I did not want to work a job, right? I don't want to work for nobody else, and I don't want to uh, be at the beck and call of other people, man. Like, I like to do what I want to do, right? So some days I want to be able to take off and just play 2K and don't do nothing, right? Some days I want to just lay around. Some days I want to work my ass off, but I want to work on mine. So it's like if I'm gonna work, I want to work on my companies that I'm building and build my wealth and stop building other company people's wealth for their company, right? And that's why even with my workers and people who worked for me before, now, and in the past, I try to make sure. That's why I tell them about my YouTube channel so they can learn from this. So it's like, listen, understand you helping me build my wealth, right? So I will hope that you're taking some of this money and building your wealth, because you don't have to own a business to build wealth, right? You can buy real estate on the side. You can buy stocks on the side. You can invest in somebody else's company and be a partner somehow. But either way, you got to own something. You might don't need to be an entrepreneur, but you should own something, right? But anyway, that's what pushes me is I just simply, I want passive income. I want it to, I want freedom. Freedom is the number one thing. And then obviously I want my kids to have it easier than I have, but at the same time, I'm going to make sure that they understand the concept of hard work too, though. What else? Benjamin says, new CBN member. I just bought a Vanguard franchise because I own another business. I don't have time to client acquisition, such as door to door, etc. What are your thoughts on Vanguard cleaning system? My thoughts are, they are. Only reason I like Vanguard is because they let you get contracts outside of them. That's the one franchise that I do make the exception for. I don't say it often because they don't pay me to say it, but if I be honest with you, they are. David Edmonds says you have come a long way. Oh, didn't I already read that? Okay, no, you didn't. Okay, you come a long way from the daily update videos. You are a true example of that cat in the hood becoming a success. Most respect. I appreciate that. And like I was looking at my old videos yesterday. You it's right. Like I'm proud. I can't say that of my own self. Right, I'm definitely proud because I was just like, you know what I mean? I'm just a dude from the hood, and to be figuring all this stuff out and have my own app, you know what I mean? To have an office and all these different things, right? Like, it definitely, I appreciate that. Appreciate you recognizing. I'm the guy that told everybody not to be like the procrastinator, and yes, I'm still procrastinating, but still watching you, right? Well, you got to change it, right? At some point, you got to change it, right? Don't just treat me as entertainment, right? Let's go ahead and make some moves too. But I appreciate that, though. Shout out, David. Uh, Real Sister Robinson said, hello to you. Billionaire Mindset says, yo, AJ, how do I join your Facebook group? I tried, but it just say pending. If you already paid to join, well, first of all, let's make sure it's clear. So if you just tried to join just straight through Facebook, that ain't gonna work. It's gonna get you declined. But if you already paid, whether you bought the course or a starter kit, or you just found the link and just click join and paid the $297 or whatever it is, if it's still waiting, that means it's just I ain't get to you yet. Cause I literally accept every single member one by one myself. Cause I want to make sure that y'all understand that I'm here. But I just ain't got to it yet. If that's the case, so I'll make sure I look today when I get off this call and add you in there. Real sister, can y'all hear this AC system, man? They get on my nerves and I can't control it. And that's why I'm gonna move from this office after this lease is up. But anyway, one of the reasons. Uh, I'm trying to invest. Would you be able to give me a call? So I won't be able to give you a call like, well, actually, yes, I will. All you got to do is schedule a call with me. Go to aj@cleanbiznetwork.com and email me about that, and I'll send you my link so you can schedule a call with me, and I'll call you once you do that. All right. Cheap Cinema says, I'm trying to replace my income of $3,000. Is that pretty easy starting out? Absolutely. And but you got to be clear though, like you want to replace your job, because I'm gonna tell you what I did, right? I was so hung up on replacing my job, and I was trying to get to like 4 grand a month. That was like my magic number, 4 grand a month, and I did it, and I did it extremely fast. But the problem was, will I replace my job working for somebody else with a job working for myself? And that was a mistake in hindsight. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That was a mistake in hindsight only because I should have been building the system from the beginning. So instead of shooting for 3,000, maybe you should shoot for 6 to 7,000. And the reason why is so that way you can hire people to do the cleaning for you, pay them half of it, and then you still get the passive 3,000. All right. So that's why it's good to charge high too. Like in the example I was saying, we're gonna charge a customer $30 an hour. That's so you can pay somebody else $15 an hour, right? But just make sure like whatever you want to make, aim for double that, so that way you can pay somebody else. All right, and then make sure you can pay them a decent wage too, right? All right, Malik Smith says much love and respect for spreading knowledge. Appreciate that. Shout out Malik. All right, appreciate Will of Service said gold. Appreciate that. Do you offer cold calling script? Yeah, it's in the course, cleaning business starter kit course. So you can go to cleanbusinessnetwork.com and you can get that. It's in there. Uh, I'm trying to think. 'Cause I'm like, actually, is it in the course? Even if it ain't, I know for a fact it's inside the Facebook group. So as long as you get the course, you'll get it. All right. And never mind. All right. Leroy says, "What's up? Just logging in. I'm just trying. Cause I mean, really though, rewind the video too because I literally just said what the script was anyway. I just said it. So, all right. Do you? Oh, I already read that. How do you keep update on your physical shape during the cleaning business? It's very physical and bodies are burned out. That's a fact. And so I definitely lived at the gym. Well, I didn't live at the gym because a lot of times when I was out there in the field, I didn't have time to work out because I was too busy working every day. But that was the workout itself, right? And so that's a good point too, Miss who was that? Empress Shamil. Uh, you definitely want to make sure that you're in physical shape if you plan on getting into this because it's gonna take a toll on you. I'm locked out of my closet over there right quick, but I got it's not a closet, but I'm locked out of this side of the office. But I got a whole bunch of stuff in here, and I'm gonna start doing some tutorials on cleaning too. But I don't know, I might just put those in Clean Business Network. I probably won't put them out here. I might do a couple snippets to put out here, but I probably put it in Clean Business Network. But anyway, I got like for example the backpack vacuum I got in there. Like that stuff will wear on you, especially if you in a big building and you doing it 5 days a week. After a while, your back gonna start hurting, right? Bending down, dumping these trash cans, right? Bending down, dumping trash can one by one by one. Imagine having, 50 cubicles, right? And then you keep bending over, bending over. So you definitely want to make sure that you're in some physical shape if you're trying to get into cleaning for sure. Now, obviously, if you're building a system out of it and you hiring people, that won't be a long term task. But it will be some times where you probably gonna have to clean. So make sure that you definitely take that physical shape into consideration. All right, what's up? Just logging in and just trying to get my cleaning business started. Does it matter if I get the LLC first or the EIN? And would you recommend a company like LegalZoom? I don't recommend LegalZoom. I recommend that you do it yourself so that way you can get that experience, and it's not that hard, and it costs less if you do it yourself. The EIN number is free. Usually, how do I usually do it? I think I get the LLC first. Yeah, I get the LLC first, and then I go get the EIN. All right, then LLC only usually any cost between what, like maybe 80 to 200 bucks, somewhere around that. Depends on where you live. I think Texas and California might got the highest cost, and it could be what, I can't remember if it was 500 or 200, but they the highest though. But other than that, usually about 100 bucks you get your LLC, and then the EIN number is free at irs.gov. All right. Shout out Daily Foot. Say hello. What things you have to pay for, worker insurance, etc. Good question. So what are your overhead? So right. So you, if you hire employees, you got to pay for that. Um, Insurance is gonna cost you. You need general liability coverage. You want to get $1 million policy. 2 million in aggregate. That you can get that anywhere from like 35 to $75 a month, but usually gonna be on that lower end. Um, I always tell everybody to go to hiscox.com to get the insurance. So you got insurance, you got employee overhead, you got the cost of the actual supplies like refill. So initially, you'll get like all of your equipment. If you don't know what equipment you need, just go to cleanbusinessnetwork.com and click on my starter kit. Even if you don't want to buy the starter kit, that'll show you what you should start off to get, right? And even everything there, you probably won't need just off like from the very beginning, right? And so as you go and start to grow your company, you're going to need to refill on a lot of those supplies. So just stuff like that. So refill on supplies, insurance, workers, pay, and that's pretty much it. Unless you get detailed like auto insurance, stuff that you're gonna have to pay anyway. You know what I mean? But you can, once you go in business, you learn how to write things off under business instead of on your personal. But for the most part, it ain't a lot of overhead with the cleaning company. Billionaire Mindset says AJ would like to set up a video call with you to get some advice. I'll pay. Of course, I've been thinking about getting an office. I think it would be easier for me, easier to hire if I have an office. Mm, kinda, maybe. I could see that. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you can set up a call with me though. AJ at cleanbusinessnetwork.com. Just email me and I'll send you the link to set up a call with me. Um, I Aspire says, hi AJ, do you show us how to find our own leads in the course? So, I have two courses. One of them I don't promote because I don't really want to. But the one that I don't promote is the in-house lead generation course, and it does show you how to hire your own call. Because that's what I use. I use cold callers who are not in America because it costs less, right? And so in that course, I show you how to hire those callers yourself and get your leads yourself. And I actually provide you the call through from our company anyway, just to make it easier for you. But that course is $2,000, and that is a next level course. I usually don't recommend it unless you already have a business already set up and you have a budget to be able to afford to pay these callers too, because it's gonna cost you to pay them, right? They workers. So, but no, my starter kit course does not show you how to do that, but it will show you like basic stuff, right? Like tell you the same stuff I'm pretty much telling you here, like as far as getting customers, which is simply cold call. What to say? I told you the script is the script is in there. Um, what else? Going door to door. I got a video in there where me and my wife is literally out there riding in our car, going door to door. You see the kids in the back seat of the car, and we getting out there, passing out flyers. We dressed up. You know what I mean? And that's in there. But anyway, Renata says, shout out Renata Cole says, I appreciate all the wealth of information. I've been following you for years since you had the franchise. Wow. I'm back in business and got my first account, grinding to get more. Shout out to you. Shout out to Renata for getting out here, getting independent, and getting your contract. All right, Randall Smith. Matter of fact, I could use an interview here. Oh, wait a minute. I got something going on. But anyway, I can use an interview here shortly. So if you want to do an interview, let me know. I'll bring you on for an interview. Randall Smith says, CBN member here. Shout out to Randall Smith. Says, me and my business partner are about to collaborate with another business owner who has a lot of work thrown his way from a franchise. Do you have any tips or suggestions for us? Let me reread that. My business partner and about to collaborate with another business owner who has a lot of work thrown his way. Okay, from his franchise. So, tips and suggestions is understand if it's coming from a franchise, then um, be prepared for the money not to be long enough for everybody to eat. All right. I see a super chat. I'm gonna skip to that and I'm gonna go back up because I don't get these too often. Appreciate that to Benjamin Phillip. I don't get no super chats. It's crazy that you did that because I was watching the Kwame Brown stuff earlier, right? I'm sure some of y'all already heard of that and what's going on with him. This man went live, and I'm talking about they just throwing super chat left and right. He ain't even like him. Like, what are y'all doing, man? Why are y'all giving this man your money? He's a retired NBA player, got plenty of money. I would assume. Why y'all send this man his money just to get up here and gossip for? Like, come on now. But anyway, so I appreciate that because I sure was like in my feeling like, dang, I don't never get no super chat. But anyway, Benjamin says, thanks for the responses, brother. It means a lot. Getting confirmation that while going franchise isn't the best option, at least the one I chose is the best out of the worst option. Absolutely. All right. And then I aspire. Shout out to you too. Said appreciate the response. Thank you for that. All right. Let me go back up now. All right. Where were we? Okay. The business partner part. CBN member. My bad. I wouldn't have left you too. I should have kept that in mind. Right. But anyway, um, yeah, just being mindful that the money might not be long enough for everybody got to eat. Cause you got to imagine too, the unit franchise owner himself probably ain't gonna have enough money to go around for him. So him trying to split it with a second company, I just don't know about that. I just don't know about that. So um, unless he gonna have a hand in the bidding process when they go to bid, that might not work out. But good luck to you. Not gonna be 100% wrong, but just my gut feeling telling me it ain't gonna be enough money to go around on that. All right, Daily Foot says what things you have to pay for worker insurance. So I just answered that. Uh, best way to to overcome fear of hiring. That's a great question. It's funny. I posted a little quick video on Instagram earlier today. Shout out to Yak Yak. He sent me to my posts almost every day to post on social media, in particular Instagram. And the one that he sent me today was one of the things to do to get over fear when it comes to business is understand, look at your fear as excitement, right? And look at it as, no, I'm not scared, I'm excited. So trick yourself into believing that you're excited and you're not afraid. Because really you are, right? You're doing something you never done before. So of course that feeling is going to be there. That's the first thing. Acknowledge it as excitement and not fear. Next thing is you got to say fuck it. Like that is my answer for everything. No, like fuck it because like what's the worst that could happen? You know what I mean? Like versus, and if you look at what worst can happen compared to what's the best that could happen, because the worst that could happen when it comes to hiring is the person is trash and then you fire them. Okay, you know what I mean? Or they say they're going, you hire them and then they don't show up the first day, and now you get in trouble with the customer. All right. Well, things we can get over, right? You apologize and you make it up. Those type like it's solutions to that. The best thing that can happen is you hire the best damn cleaner and you like, why I ain't do this before, right? And you elevate and you go into the next step. So like just compare your pros and your cons, and the pros probably outweigh the cons, and just go for it. Fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? We all living and learning anyway. We making this stuff up as we go. So just do it. Fuck it. I mean, fuck what anybody think. Just do it. Cause at that point, the only thing that's holding you back is you. You know what I mean? And if you hire a person, guess what? You're not trusting them. A lot of people think, well, I don't trust people to do a good job. You're not trusting them if you hire them. You trusting yourself. You trusting your gut that you did the right decision. You vetted this person. You did everything that was possible, and you believe in yourself to get this person a shot. So you trusting yourself by hiring them. So remember that too. Shout out JD, a long time CBN member now. Y'all might seen her interview on the channel, so go check that out if you haven't. Another one, Mr. Andrew checking in up here. He got another great interview on my channel as well. Always dropping life changing knowledge is as simple as taking action. Join CBN, it will change your life 100%. And by the way, Andrew, if y'all don't believe how much he went in, just go to Calculated Clean, because on Calculated Clean, even though it's like I said, it's a monthly fee of $29 a month for that is my bidding calculator / mobile app. But on there, we have a social network. And you don't have to be logged in to see what we put in that social network. You got to be logged in to comment and make a post right now, but you don't have to be logged in to see it. Some of his posts are up there. Go check them out, man, and just see how much he went in. Shout out to Andrew. All right, Silver Hernandez. Actually, I got to skip you. Mr. Benjamin chiming in again with the big money again says, oh no, my bad. He ain't chiming in again. That's somebody else. Who is this? Billionaire Mindset. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So apparently, all I had to do was open my mouth to get some super chats around here, right? So appreciate y'all. Uh, Jesus says, "Do you think disinfecting service is worth it now?" Well, actually, I got to be careful what I think you asking me. You asking me, do I think it's worth it to get it? Mm, I don't know. But I do know, actually, what I thought you were asking me was, is it still good to start a disinfectant business or offer that service? Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, Andrew is right here. He killing it with that service. So, uh, absolutely, you can still offer it. Absolutely, it's still selling. Do I personally think it's worth it? Well, you got to remember too, and I ain't really say this too much because it's irresponsible for me to say this as the owner of Clean Biz Network, right? But if I'm being 100% honest here, I'm like a kind of a conspiracy guy anyway, so I never was really 100% on board with the whole Corona thing anyway. So that's why it's like I'm probably the bad person to ask that particular question too. All right, Silver Hernandez says can't grow if I can't find people. It keeps holding me back when I'm turning down work weekly. That's a good point. And so I made a video about this not too long ago. There's a couple different ways. I ain't gonna go through the whole thing now. I would say go look up that video. If the name of it, I would find it. I think it was like it got a thumbnail of McDonald's trying to pay people $50 to hire. So maybe if you type in McDonald's AJ Simmons, it might come up. I don't know, but anyway, um, that definitely holds you back. But I want to make sure that you're being honest with yourself too now, because a lot of people say it ain't no help out here. Or I can't find nobody to work, but ain't posted one ad on Craigslist. Ain't posted one ad on Indeed. Ain't posted no post on Facebook. Didn't text anybody on their phone, let them know they're hiring, right? Family members don't even know they have a cleaning company, right? So make sure that you exhausting all avenues and putting the word out there that you're hiring before you just accept that nobody wants to work, right? Make sure you really push, 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 push. Now, if you honestly can and you've done everything you can and you posting these ads and promoting it every day that you're hiring and you still can't find anybody, then you might have to take an alternative approach for building your wealth, which would mean you be a high paid janitor. You take instead of charging the customer $30 an hour or $40 an hour, or whatever you charge per hour, and then paying out that half to the person, and you make the passive half. Just don't make the passive half. Work for it. Make that high, be a high paid janitor, and then take that excess profits after you pay your bills and go invest that in real estate and a YouTube channel and ebooks and anything that makes you passive money, stocks, anything that can make you passive money, invest in that. All right, would you recommend a weekly charge or monthly? Well, typically in commercial cleaning, it's automatically gonna be about a month anyway. It's gonna be net 30 is what they call it. So if you invoice them on the first, they got 30 days to pay the bill. Um, but it could be net 10. So they got well, either way you're getting paid every month is what I'm saying. Either way you're gonna get paid every month, but you can make the net terms different. Or you can do net 10, so if you invoice them on the first, it's due by the 10th of the month, or you can do net 15, or you can do whatever, right? And then if you get really big contracts and they work with corporate, then sometimes you might be waiting 90 days out for the payment. That's usually only if you're going big though. Don't worry about it. Don't let that scare you away. If y'all are doing small contracts, that ain't got nothing to do with y'all, all right? Now, if you're gonna do residential cleaning, then you usually get paid every single time you go. As a matter of fact, people like Miss Stephanie Richardson Parker, shout out to her, check out her YouTube channel, are getting paid up front. She makes sure that they make the payment before she even send her people out there. That way, there ain't no problems with the payment. Um, what else we got? Oh, that's Ewat. Okay, bet. Shout out to Ewat checking in. He said, by the way, I changed my YouTube name. I don't know if you remember me or not. Long time follower. I see you got them Allen Iverson break. Yeah, man. Look, I forgot about that's another change, right? Since from the beginning. All right. So, but yeah, man. Shout out to Ewat. Definitely a long time subscriber. Katrina James. I thought this was Katrina Johnson. I almost got excited, but I'm still excited for you too, Miss Katrina James. I just know her a little better, right? But anyway, uh, I am just tuning in. Would you go with the franchise insurance or your own? Definitely your own. That is one of my like secrets for how I was able to profit with a franchise. So it's like, again, because you gotta understand, I sold my franchise to my brother. My brother still got it. My brother get money, but there's a lot of little loopholes that I did to make sure that it was profitable, and that was one of them, which was get my own insurance. So I went from paying like you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars because it's a percentage with the franchise. So I went from hundreds and hundreds of dollars paying in insurance to just $75 a month when I got my own. So definitely get your own. Currently own a residential company and I like to use them. Or is it best to use it? Yeah, definitely use your own. Only thing though, if you're gonna use your own, be prepared to be a real business owner, right? And you already are because you're doing residential. But make sure because when you got claims, it's on you now. Franchise ain't got nothing to do with that. So that kind of scared me when I first got into that, right? That I had to handle a claim on my own. And shout out Katrina James again with the super chat coming in. Miss Keisha Bullock checking in, CBN member with the super chat. Appreciate that. Didn't have to do that at all. Long time CBN member, by the way. All right, what else we got? Uh, where am I? Okay, Ozzy says how much to charge for disinfecting services. The fogger. How much to charge? 20 cents per square foot. I was about to show y'all calculated clean again, but 20 cents per square foot. All right. What else we got? He said, I love that saying. Yeah, my favorite saying is fuck it. For sure. That's how I get through anything. All right. Jose says, all the way from California. All right. I want to start a custodial business, but right now I have to stay working my full-time job. Should I do custodial jobs? I gain to start up in the evening and nighttime. I believe you. Yeah. If you asking what I think you asking, which is should you go ahead and just get a custodial job in the meantime? Start a custodial business, but right now I have to stay working my full-time job. Should I do the custodial jobs I gained to start up in the evening and nighttime? The answer is yes. It sounds like you're asking it. I can take it at two different ways, but the answer is yes to both of those. Because if you asking me, should you take a custodial job right now while you waiting to start your business? Absolutely, because that's gonna build up your experience. But then if you're also asking me, should you start this business while you have your day job because you're gonna be cleaning in the evenings anyway? Absolutely, and that's why this is one of the perfect businesses to start. While you like as a side hustle until you can build it up into a full-time business. Would you already? I would use my own insurance. I already said that already, but I think you probably typed that before I answered it. All right, calculated clean. Love calculated clean. It's easy and makes you look more professional. 100%. Appreciate that, Mr. Hernandez. Andrew says the answer is yes, but not as the focal of your business, as in addition to your service. Oh, he talking about disinfecting services. Correct. Definitely want to have it as an added-on service for sure. I'm with that 100%. And like I was telling a few people in Clean Biz Network is, I'm to the point now where I probably would just start offering that as part of routine services. Maybe you won't do that every single service, but just put it in your scope of work. Okay, once a month we'll also disinfect, and that's just part of your monthly charge. Ain't no extra, and it'll set you apart from the competition too. All right, Seal Drop says hi. How do you? All right, Tim Trucker says, how has COVID affected estimate walkthroughs and soliciting new clients? Not really, other than you just got a mask on. But other than that, that's about it. Uh, Obviously, I'm not in the field like I used to be, right? I only know because, anyway, I don't feel like explaining it, but yeah. But I've been out there a couple times, and for me, it didn't change anything other than I had a mask on. All right. It's that stimulus check keep people from working. I know 100%. 100%. That's what it is, right? The stimulus check, it's tax time. We got the unemployment money coming out, so absolutely. But yeah, but absolutely, 100%. I charge $150 per square foot. Hey, look, whatever. If you can get away with it, more power to you, right? If you get away with it, all right. I got my numbers from Jam Pro when it comes to that 20 cents per square foot. I got it from Jam Pro. I got it from Ricky Regalado, who runs a multi-million-dollar company up in Chicago. Shout out to him. I got an interview with him on my channel as well. Um, but speaking with him, speaking with going through being with Jam Pro, comparing my numbers to other industry experts, that's why I came up with 20 cents per square foot. The lead generation course is already starting to seem like a big game changer for me. Big salute, bro, for all you do. Appreciate that. Shout out Brantley Solutions checking in. And it's funny because you remember yesterday when I kind of snapped on that video yesterday, and I was saying how it's funny how the people who pay for my cheaper services, like the calculated clean, and even the leads, because that ain't really that much, a couple $100. Um, I get more complaints from that versus my big products, $2,000 products, and nobody complains on those, right? It's weird, but anyway. But that's why a lot of people that I follow too, they always teach like you want to put every single thing. Anyway, yeah, time for that. All right, whatever. All right, but shout out Brantley checking in, long time CBN member by the way. All right, Patricia Young says hello from Texas. I love your channel. I appreciate you, Miss Patricia, checking in. Oh look, I need some water or something. I'm struggling to talk. Hold up. All right, what we got? Edward Richardson says, "How would you bid 5,000 square foot commercial cleaning with a day porter?" So when it's a day porter, the square footage typically doesn't matter, and the reason why is because you're given a time, right? You're given a time frame. So if they want you there Monday through Friday for 8 hours a day, then you know you just need to do 8 hours times 5 days a week, and so that's 40 hours. Then you do 40 hours times whatever you want to charge them per hour, and there go your price, right? So that's the price for 1 week, but then you multiply that times 4.33 weeks in a month, and that's what you charge per month. All right, so that's all it is. Now, just understand, this is just me. Maybe everybody doesn't do this, but for me, I charge less on day porters usually, and the reason why I do it is because, let's just say, for example, if you typically charge $30 an hour on commercial cleaning, well, for a day porter, I probably would go down to maybe 20. And then if I pay my people maybe 14 an hour, I might go to 22 and pay somebody 15 an hour, and I just take a lower profit margin on it. And the reason why I do that is because if you go so high with a day porter, then why wouldn't what's stopping that company from just hiring their own cleaners and skipping you? Because you charging so high, they could easily just hire in house, right? So that's why I kind of switch my bidding up when it comes to day porters. But if they just want you there per hour, then just charge by the hour. That's what I mean. Do that math I just showed you. Patricia says, "I'm trying to get into residential cleaning. Do I need to make my client sign any form of contract?" I didn't. I it was pretty much pay as you go. You know what I mean? Every time you clean, they pay you. So I wouldn't have them sign a contract because think about it too. Like if you were the consumer, nobody, especially not for B2C, because that's business to consumer, right? Versus B2B when you're doing commercial. Nobody likes lock-in contracts, right? So I wouldn't do it. But I'm definitely not a residential cleaning expert either. So I would ask somebody else who's more experience in residential cleaning than me and get a second opinion, but I wouldn't. All right, Malik says, "Oh hell no, AJ lied." Right, right. It's been a while. It's been a while. Good to see you again. Shout out Dave Matthews, CBN. Actually, I don't know if CBN member, but long time subscriber for sure. Appreciate that. It's been a long time since we chatted. Appreciate that. Malik says, "AJ, I want to start a company of a bar. You said we need to speak." Off that it ain't hard to tell people. Oh, okay, bet. He said I want to start a company of a bar. You said we need to speak. Okay, bet. So just email me AJ at cleanbusinessnetwork.com. But he said, "How don't I have your number?" I don't know. I don't know. Email me. What else we got? Remember from P Town and VA before moving to the sunny state. Nah, that's not what I think it is. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. All right. Anyway. All right. Ozzy says stimulus check, income tax, unemployment will dry out soon. Then hiring will become easier. I think so. I hope so. I hope so. But you know what? I think people getting spoiled and they're becoming more and more entitled. And like I said in that video I did yesterday, I'm starting to think we're gonna have two Americas in one. You're gonna have the people that live off of they're gonna live off socialist. They're gonna basically live in a socialistic society, and then we're gonna have the rest of us who want to go get it. It's gonna be in a capitalistic society, and the people who choose that right side I just said, I think gonna have a much better lifestyle because they're not waiting around on no checks. It's like when people, like where I'm from, there's a lot of people in housing projects, right? And they on food stamps, all type of government systems, right? And it's cool. I mean, they wake up every day, they smoke every day, they got on all the new Jordans and jewelry, and they fly as hell, right? Because they rent only $15 a month. But the problem is they missed that appointment they got to go to with that government agency, or they, uh, you know, this woman got a guy staying with her and they find out they can put her out at any given time, or she go get a job, try to better herself, make a little bit of money. Now they take the food stamps away, right? So many stipulations that you ain't even in charge of your situation, and that's why I'm not a fan of that sitting around waiting for the government to take care of me lifestyle. Some people can go for that and they comfortable with it, and I'm happy for them, right? But for me, that ain't the answer for me. What else we got? Does Jam Pro have a non compete like Vanguard? You can still. Does Jam Pro have a non compete? Yeah, Jam Pro has a non compete, and they all do. Vanguard is the only one that I know that won't get you for going out and get your own contracts. I think somebody said Anago too, but I'm not sure about them. But I know for a fact with Vanguard. Florida treat me great, man. You see, I actually was down here for 3 years, right? And then in what was that, 2020, the beginning of 2020, I moved back to Portsmouth for about 6 months. I couldn't take it, and we moved right back here to Jacksonville because I just was not that happy to be there, right? I mean, it was fun though while I was lasted. I chilled with a lot of family, but yeah, I needed to be away from that particular environment in order for me to keep going in the direction that I'm going. All right, go out and find your own independent contacts. I think you meant contractors. Contracts, right, right. Instead of getting a franchise, I'm with you 100%, Katrina. Oh, you're saying you were asking would Jan Pro let you do what they want? If you do, they want a piece of it. Do you think the Hampton Roads area of Virginia is crowded for commercial cleaning company? So I'm removed first of all, but I honestly don't think so. But I do realize it's definitely getting. I'm seeing more and more pop up, and I feel like I am a big part of that too. Um, but I don't believe in oversaturation either. At least not with this industry. I just don't because you know why? Because a lot of people start these companies and because they see guys like me and they think it's just gonna be easy without realizing how many goddamn days I was out there grinding, from night and day and night, and how much my back was hurting, and they ain't trying to go through that, right? It's a lot of things that I was doing in the background. I had to build to get to where I was getting to, and seeing the numbers that I was seeing with my cleaning company. And I don't think a lot of people are gonna be built for it. So that's why I don't believe in the oversaturation. Yeah, they throwing up cleaning companies left and right like it's nothing, but are they actually gonna last? Are they actually gonna build a brand? Like I see what you doing with your Willard professional service. Like even the way you got it right here on the screen. You know what I mean? Like I see the way you setting up and positioning your company versus a lot of other people. They treating it like a hustle, and that's what they gonna get out of it. So they're not even your competition. I don't believe so. Uh, what is this? PTACP contracts are great. I don't even know what that is, but so thanks for educating us on that because I don't even know what it is. Uh, Open the phone lines, my guy. If I knew how, I would. If I knew how, I would. Maybe you know what? That's a good idea. That is a good damn idea. So when I go live, what I could do is I can pull up. You know what? I can do it now if I want to, but I'm kind of tired of talking now. Next time I'll do that. That's a good damn idea. Because what I can do is I can pull it. Because that's a Google Voice number that I got. That number that some of y'all find in that CBN number, and it goes to a voicemail that tells you that we don't accept incoming calls, and you got to email me. Best way to get in contact with anything CBN is email me, aj@cleanbusinessnetwork.com, and then we can schedule a phone call. Or if you anything about the leads though, please leave me alone. I don't deal with that. All right, so email admin@cleanbusinessnetwork.com, and she'll my Bill will take care of you with the leads. But anyway, I definitely should do that though. That's a great idea by Malik. I never make residential sign contracts. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you with that. We fought over the same contracts. We did. Dave Matthews. I'm gonna have to look into this, man. That's crazy. I feel like is this the guy that I met through Your Destiny LLC? Okay. Is this the guy I met at the contract out Virginia Beach? And I met you and your wife, and we bought a contract from you. I think I bought that from you. I don't know how I got it, but either way, yeah. We bought that from you. Is that the same one? We had a cleaning company, Jan Pro. Name your Jan Pro. Yeah, this is who I thought it was. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I definitely remember you. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay. Yeah, so you still out here getting it. That's what's up though. Cause I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard that you left them. So good for you if you did. All right. Yeah, I do remember you now. All right, but what else we got? The public sector stands on the foundation of private sector capitalism works. I agree. And it's like obviously there's gonna be some like you gotta have some type of government help in there some along the way because obviously whoever get the richest can buy everything, right? That's why you got like certain things like lobbyists and stuff. I ain't with all that. Like you shouldn't be able to buy a politician and make them do what you want to do. There's certain things, right? So we gotta have some things in there where the government can intervene and help out a little bit. But for the most part, we probably need less government as possible because they really end up hurting more than they ever try to end up helping when it comes to that. I'm with you on that. All right. Just got more companies hit you up later, getting them contracts. Take care. God bless. Appreciate that. Shout out to Dave Matthews. It took AJ a lot of years to get that movie theater. Right. All right. What else we got? Hit me up. Okay, bet. You already read that. And then what else we got? What's a good company for a company email address? Don't want a Gmail. I use Zoho. Zoho.com, and then you can create your own email address. And it's Google. It's like tutorials on YouTube to show you how to do it. So even if you already bought your own domain name and you didn't use Zoho to buy your domain name, because I didn't either, it'll connect you. It'll show you how to connect it. What else we got? Mm, okay. Poppy Properties is one of our businesses now. Okay, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you. All right. And we all doing real estate. But that's what's up, man. And you know, that's definitely the play for sure. I got two under my belt now. I've been looking to add some more, but I don't know, man. I thought that this market that we in right now was a bubble and eventually it would come down. I was gonna start buying crazy next year and stack all this year. But I was listening to Dave Ramsey the other day. He says that he don't think it's a bubble. He think that this is the new prices because if you look at the history of real estate has always gone up with the exception of 2008. And I thought it was an interesting point, especially since I know that he has a real estate background. He's been doing it way longer than I probably, you know what I mean, even longer than I've probably been alive. So I thought it was interesting. So anyway, but yeah, man, definitely real estate definitely it has to be a part of your portfolio, right? Ain't something I want to do full time because I simply make way more money just doing business. Business just pays me way too much. So like if like for example, who was I talking to the other day? My cousin Mike. Shout out to Mike. He might be watching too because he be watching a lot of my videos. Uh, I was telling him, I was like, if I put 20,000 down on $100,000 property, right, 20% on the investor loan, and then my mortgage probably on that $100,000 property, what? Let's just say it's $500 a month. Then I turn around and rent it out for $1,200 a month. What's that? What? $700 profit? Man, if I take that same $20,000 and put it into Clean Biz Network, or put it into some ads for Calculated Clean, I probably can turn that into $20,000 a month. You know what I mean? So it's like I would much prefer to reinvest into my business than buy real estate. But real estate is definitely a long term play. And again, my company can go out of business. The real estate is a little bit more of a safer bet, right? Like people got to pay to live, so that's why I like real estate too. And then obviously the net worth, it helps the net worth with the appreciation of the and all that type of stuff. But anyway, uh, I will show you about the business credit later. Absolutely, and you know I'm working with that, right? I actually just got a yeah, but we can definitely talk about that for sure. Hello, host. Hello to you. All right, who is this? Trisomy 21 channel. Hello to you. All right. Well, anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all for chilling with me. I ain't think nobody was gonna show up, but y'all always show up and show out. Appreciate that. AJ Simmons. By the way, if you don't got your cleaning business started, go to cleanbiznetwork.com. We got you on there. All right. We got you. We help you get started with your cleaning business starter kits. We got you with the leads if you need leads, and then check out my mobile app, Calculated Clean. All right, and see how it can help you. I'm AJ Simmons. I'm out of here. Thank y'all.